Today, I want to talk about if you have ever lost your twin, whether it is a fraternal twin or identical twins. Either way, I have been struggling a little bit when it's been our birthday, but when it comes to the anniversary of my sister's death or the anniversary of her funeral, I'm okay on those dates because I'm not really the type of person who actually thinks about things like that. I'm not the type of person to be getting all sad or even all happy on a sort of anniversary date. I'm not really like that. But the birthday thing, I wasn't prepared for how sad I would feel all day long. And we didn't even spend every single birthday together. We spent the big birthdays, like 18, 21, 30, and we would have spent 40, but obviously she died at 39. We spent those big birthdays, and then there's birthdays in between that we spent, but we didn't make an effort to spend every single birthday as we got older and had our own families and things. We didn't make an effort to spend every single birthday together. But I've been reading up on, because I'm writing some of my book proposal just now, and some of the stuff that's in my book is about my twin. I've been researching data about losing a twin, and basically how do twins survive, or not even survive. Of course I'm going to survive, I'm strong, but like the loss is different to losing another sibling, or a granddad or a grand, depending on how close you are. When you're a twin, it's hard to describe. So I definitely believe that identical twins are way closer because it's, one embryo that splits into two. So I definitely believe that, what do you call it? Twins, identical twins feel it more, but fraternal twins just, they also feel the loss. And I shared a womb with my sister. I shared a room with my sister. We knew each other inside out. So you don't actually appreciate how close you are to someone. I totally took being a twin for granted. I've always kind of thought I don't have a family and things, and uh, only have my sister kind of thing. But that was way better than having the biggest family in the world. Like, she was like the closest person to me. I was closer to my twin than I am to my three children, and I am really close to my two daughters. Like, we have a great relationship. I am so lucky and so blessed. I have beautiful daughters, not because of me, because just who they are, their personality and everything. They're just such beautiful, kind, loving, warm, funny, joyous, creative. They make me laugh every day. They're just lovely, lovely people. They're just, honestly, I'm so lucky and blessed. They've just turned out so well. I love them so, so much, but I love my twin more. It's like hard to describe. That might sound really harsh, but losing a twin is so hard. And the birthdays, it was honestly, it was surprising to see how sad it was because I didn't expect it. But all day long, she was in my thoughts. She's always in my thoughts, but the whole birthday day was just difficult and different, and I didn't expect to be feeling this loss all day long. And then my youngest daughter, who seems to have a bit of the gift, she actually saw Amira. She said she thinks it was Amira, but it was kind of a blurry image, somebody leaning on the fireplace, um, looking at me opening my presents, because my daughters had bought me tons of presents and things. Uh, and it was just so nice. Like, my daughter's seen Amira maybe 3, 4 times, definitely 3 times. She saw her sitting in my car when she was on her way home from school. She saw her on the fireplace on my birthday, which was just amazing because it was probably the saddest I've felt since she's passed. And she saw her just about a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, standing at her bedroom door, and in my room looking into the mirror. So the point of the story is, my daughter's not a liar, and she's not even into spiritual stuff or doesn't talk about spirits or heaven or anything of the sort. It's totally, she just matter of factly said, "Oh, I just saw Auntie Amira there." It's just like it's the best person that Amira could have picked to be making herself visible to, because she's not a storyteller, and she's not like an exaggerator. She just matter of factly tells me when she sees my sister. It's so, and I would shit myself if my sister like jumped out and saw me or whatever. I didn't know that she would jump out, but it was just perfect who she chose to show herself to. But there was a point of the story I was talking about a twinless twin, just how people don't really get the loss. If you've never been a twin, this is for the twins. Like, you don't understand the loss. If you think you're close to someone, imagine being 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times closer. You kind of know each other inside out. And I guess I still am in shock a wee bit. I think I'm still in a little bit of shock. Everybody else just moves on because when it was our 40th, like she died at 39 in September 2020, sorry. And then it was our birthday in the February 2021. So a few months later, it was our 40th, and everybody was, being so nice and checking in on me because would have been our 40th birthday, a special one. And my friends, honestly, I couldn't have asked for nicer people. They were just lovely. Everybody was just checking in and really feeling for me. I was fine that birthday, but I don't know if I was trying to put a big, brave face on. I was upset, obviously, because I scattered her ashes in the sea that day. I don't know if I was trying to just get through the day knowing it was going to be hard and putting the brave front on that I usually do. It was that 41st birthday that was the shock. It was like after everybody's moved on with their lives and just get on with things, which is obviously, of course, get on with your life. Don't ever feel guilty for that. Like, people have to move on. But it hits, the loss hits you harder after everybody's moved on. It's just really, really strange. So I don't want to be the type of person. I know there are actually support groups and things for people who've lost twins, twinless support groups or something. Because I feel sad about not being a twin anymore. And I've said that a couple of times, oh, I'm no longer a twin. And people are like, oh, of course she'll always be a twin, but she's not here. It's just like, I don't feel like I feel like a twin, but it's hard to describe. Anyway, get upset thinking about it too much, but it's definitely a ache, a loss, that it's so hard to describe what that actually feels like. It's worse, I imagine, than losing a child. I mean, I've never lost a child, so I guess I can't really say that, but I definitely know I love my sister way more than I love anyone in my life, and I have beautiful, lovely friends and amazing daughters and things, so there was a purpose of this. I kind of feel like I've just went off on a big long ramble now. Yeah, so there are support groups for people who have lost twins, if you've lost your twin. But also, I lost my twin through suicide, and I've been doing statistics again for my book proposal, and it's actually highly unusual not unusual, but there's a lower suicide rate in twins because you're so close than there is in people who are just siblings and things. Obviously, it's always devastating, but it's hard to describe. I don't want to be like, oh, my relationship's the best in the world, because I was a twin and you and your brother and sister weren't as close as us. I don't mean that at all. It's just hard to describe what it feels like to lose someone who you shared a womb with and everything with. And I felt good being a twin. Like, I was proud to be a twin. It felt really good. So, support group, I won't be using that because I feel it just like kind of reinforces the loss. But just for those who have lost a twin, it's only really other twins would be those who understood what that feels like. I believe 1,000,000% that my sister's watching over me and supporting me through this. I would love to not be a big scaredy cat, and I'd actually love to see her like how my daughter does, but I'm still too scared just now. So obviously, spirit doesn't show themselves to you if you are a scaredy cat, which I am. So I have to wait until I get braver. But I would love to. I've had other sort of things, like I've dreamt about my sister. I have heard her funeral song. It was "Wake Me Up" by Avicii. It's not on the radio all the time because it's an old song. So I've heard that a few times when I've been thinking about her or I've been struggling with something. It's just popped on the radio when I've, thought about her, just to kind of validate stuff. Or when one time I was going through a really hard time and feeling nervous and upset about something, and then that song just came on the radio, and it's just, you hardly hear it now. Um, yeah, there's just been little signs and symbols and things, but it just it still sucks. It'll always suck. Like